Now, the cooperation between China and Egypt during the COVID-19 pandemic has created a model for Sino-African relations. They have collaborated in vaccine clinical trials, and with Beijing's support, Cairo became the first African country to produce COVID-19 vaccines domestically. Adel Al-Marki reports.
When the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, Egypt, despite its domestic needs, took the initiative to send medical supplies to China in early 2020. The move amplified the definition of the comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries in the time of crisis. Egypt then joined the Phase 3 clinical trials of the Chinese Sinopharm vaccine, a step that later put Egypt among the first countries in the world to roll out the jab. By June 2021, with technology from China's Sinovac, the first domestic production of Chinese vaccines in Africa took place in Cairo.
The pandemic will be over, but the coronavirus will remain as a virus. So such collaboration with China is very important. It will change our lives for many years to come. We've never held Phase 3 clinical trials before. We've never produced a human vaccine in decades. That wouldn't have happened without our partnership with China. China was the first country and provided the biggest support to us.
This year, Sinovac and Egypt's vaccination arm Vaxera will build the biggest vaccine storage facility in Africa. It has the capacity to hold 150 million doses.
They have been producing more than 30 million jabs and plan to produce even 100 million jabs in 2022. It's very important to have a cooling facility. The cooling facility for vaccines, it helps in two things actually. First is to increase the capacity of the production. So we are having warehouses and a cooling facility to store more of the vaccines. And second thing is to enhance the access to vaccines throughout the map of Egypt.
China has so far supplied Egypt with more than 67 million COVID-19 vaccines as a gift and promised additional 60 million jabs in 2022. This year will also see a massive expansion in Egypt's domestic production to reach 100 million doses. Sinovac is expected to help Vaxera take the first step in producing the raw biomaterial for the COVID-19 vaccine domestically.
The relationship between China and Egypt is a matter of solidarity, cooperation, mutual benefit, and win-win between African countries, Arab countries, and developing countries. We will work together to implement the strategic consensus of the two heads of state, and our anti-epidemic cooperation will include our support for third parties. The development of our various fields and our friendly relationship is constantly pushing to new heights.
Egypt says it's on a track to provide 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccines annually. With China's support, the North African nation plans to inoculate 70% of its population by mid-2022. Egypt and China anti-epidemic cooperation has continued to grow, creating a model for Sino-African relations. After the two countries strongly established their vaccine cooperation, they now move to extend their support to other nations. In February, together, they offered 500,000 doses of the Sinovac Vaxera jab to Palestine, the first usage of the Egyptian-made vaccine by a foreign nation. Adel Al-Mahroui, CGTN, Cairo.